The octopus that escaped an aquarium. Imagine arriving at work one morning. You unlock the doors, check the fish tanks, everything looks normal, until you reach the octopus exhibit. The tank is empty, no broken glass, no signs of theft, no dead animal nearby, just an empty tank, and a mysterious trail of water leading across the floor. What happened next shocked aquarium staff around the world. Because this wasn't just an escape. It was one of the smartest prison breaks ever carried out by an animal. This is the incredible true story of Inky. The octopus who escaped back into the ocean. Was it brought back again? Watch till the end to know the answer. Chapter 1. Meet Inky. Long before he became famous, Inky wasn't born inside an aquarium. He lived freely in the waters around New Zealand. Like every octopus, he hunted alone, solved problems, and explored the ocean using one of the most advanced brains in the animal kingdom. But one day, everything changed. A fisherman discovered Inky trapped inside a crayfish pot. Fortunately, instead of selling him, the fisherman handed him over to the National Aquarium of New Zealand. At first, the staff noticed something unusual. Unlike many octopuses that remained hidden, Inky was curious. He watched visitors, played with objects, almost as if he was studying the place. Nobody knew it then, but Inky wasn't adapting to captivity. He was planning something. Chapter 2. The Secret Genius of Octopuses. To understand how Inky escaped, you first need to understand just how intelligent octopuses really are. An octopus has around 500 million neurons, comparable to many mammals. But here's the strange part. More than half of those neurons aren't even in its brain. They're inside its arms. Each arm can sense, explore, and manipulate objects almost independently. It's like having 8 mini-brains working together. Scientists have watched octopuses open jars, unscrew lids, solve complex puzzles, recognize individual humans, escape locked tanks. Some have even learned the feeding schedules of aquariums and waited near the exact spot where food arrived. Others have sprayed water at lights, short-circuiting them when they became annoyed. Imagine keeping an animal that can learn from experience, remember solutions, and constantly search for weaknesses. That's exactly what the aquarium was doing. Chapter 3. The Night Everything Changed. One evening, after the visitors left, a staff member accidentally left the lid of Inky's tank slightly open. Not wide enough for most animals, but wide enough for Inky. An octopus has no bones. The only hard part of its body is its beak. If the beak fits, the entire animal fits. Sometime during the night, Inky squeezed through the tiny opening. He dropped onto the floor. The journey wasn't easy. The aquarium floor wasn't underwater. Every second outside the tank was dangerous. But octopuses can survive outside water for short periods, as long as their skin stays moist. Slowly, using his powerful arms, Inky crawled across the dark aquarium floor. Nobody knows exactly how he knew where to go. Maybe he smelled seawater, maybe he sensed the flow of water, or maybe it was simply instinct. Eventually, he reached a drain, not just any drain, a drain connected directly to the ocean. He slipped inside and disappeared forever. Chapter 4. The morning after. When employees arrived the next morning, the tank was empty. At first, they thought someone had moved him. Then they noticed water trails across the floor. Following them, they reached the drain. Everything suddenly made sense. Inky hadn't been stolen. He had escaped. There was no rescue mission, no capture. By the time anyone realized what happened, he was already back where he belonged. The Pacific Ocean. Staff later admitted, they weren't even angry. In fact, many admired what he had done. One employee joked, he was a very intelligent octopus. Chapter 5. Could this happen again? Surprisingly, yes. Aquariums around the world have reported multiple octopus escapes. Some escaped into neighboring tanks to eat expensive fish. Others opened valves, moved rocks, or solved locking mechanisms. Because octopuses don't think like fish. They're explorers. Every object is a puzzle. Every barrier is a challenge. To them, a closed lid isn't the end. It's just another problem waiting to be solved. So the answer to the question is, Inky was never found. Somewhere in the vast Pacific Ocean, he probably returned to hunting, exploring, and living exactly as nature intended. His escape became international news, not because he was dangerous, but because he reminded us of something incredible. Intelligence isn't unique to humans. Sometimes, it has 8 arms, 3 hearts, blue blood, and a plan. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more unbelievable true stories that sound fake, but are completely real.